Good morning, students. Today we shall take up one more problem that is related to beams. So previous we have performed the problem on basis of bars. So the problem statement is as follows: using a Rayleigh-Ritz method, find the displacement. Okay, find the displacement at midpoint of a beam. Okay, so that is why I have highlighted here. We are considering beam element, so which carries a central load, central point load. It is a point load P, and Young's modulus is represented by E and cross sectional area A. So there is no numerical value here. Finally we are going to end up with an relation, that is an equation. Okay, so based on this problem, if I want to draw, so let me consider a beam which is fixed at both end. Okay, and there is a load which is acting at the center, so that is point load, which I will represent P at the midpoint. Okay, and if I consider this entire distance as L, so the distance from left end to the center I can consider as L by 2, and the remaining as L by 2. Okay, so if I want to represent the displacement sketch diagram the same way, okay, we know that the deflection in beam will happen so in this form. So the deflection can be represented, displacement can be represented in the two forms. First one will be the maximum displacement V, and the next one will be the slope. Okay, so these are the two displacement that we have to consider when we take an example under beam. So now we shall understand RR method for beams, okay, step by step. So what is the first step? As you all know, the first step in RR method is formulate the potential energy functional. So let me write that: formulate the potential energy functional. So this will be the first step. And what is the relation? So we know that is potential energy is equal to strain energy plus work potential. And remember, the strain energy for bar, it is a different formula, and strain energy for the beam is given by strain energy that is equal to EI by 2 from 0 to L Deba square. Here, as I said, we are considering displacement in vertical direction, then the alphabet will change, so it will be V Deba square, V by Deba x square and whole square. Okay, so this will be the formula into dx. Okay, into dx. So this is given by strain energy. What is work potential? Work potential is given by minus P into V max. So what is this V max? V max is nothing but the maximum displacement where it will happen. Okay, that we shall consider. So for this particular problem, maximum displacement at the center. So that is when x is equal to L by 2, we are getting V max. That you should understand. Okay. So let us take this condition at the end, while substitution in this particular, that is pi is equal to strain energy plus work potential. So this is formulation is done. So next we shall consider the second step. Okay, always second step it is, as we know that is we need to assume. Okay, here it is not given. You should consider first order, second order, third order, or whether we should consider polynomial or trigonometric. So for this problem I will consider a polynomial displacement function. Assume a polynomial displacement function. So when I do so, as I said, we are representing the displacement with the letter V, and here where should I stop? Okay, in the previous case it was clearly mentioned that we should consider second order polynomial equation. So here in this problem, where to stop? Like, should I continue with the third order or fourth order, fifth order? So this will be the obvious doubt with every student. Okay, for that you should consider the given problem and its the number of displacements. Okay, we shall consider a naught as a constant, and as I said, so here if I want to represent this as I will take this as two fixed end, and the displacement I will consider as uh, at the fixed ends. Okay, we are having total two displacements. Okay, one is the vertical displacement and one more it is slope. So if I consider these two as a node, total I will be getting 4. Okay, deflections and slope if I consider at the two end, it will be 4. I hope you can understand. See, let me represent two nodes. So if I consider these node 1 and node 2, so this is the boundary condition. Mainly we consider boundary condition. Okay, we know that these two nodes are fixed. Okay, so these two nodes are fixed, and so what is the displacement at node 1? We are having slope as well as vertical displacement. Again slope at node 2, and the same vertical displacement, slope at node 1, vertical displacement. So total how many? So here 2, here 2, total 4 displacements. So based on this we need to consider the generalized coordinates, that is represented by a1, a2, a3 till 4 terms. Okay, so what is that? V is equal to a naught is a constant. Let us count from a1x plus a2x square plus a3 x cube plus a4 x raised to 4. Okay, so this will be my displacement function, that is represented by sorry, this I will take it as 2 and the previous one as 1. Okay, mu is equal to previous one, that is, let us write that potential energy function is equal to, so strain energy is given by EI by 2 integration 0 to L day bar square V by day bar x square whole square dx minus PV max. So this will be my first equation. Okay, and this is second equation. So I hope this particular content is clear. So let me move forward. So we have assumed the displacement function. Now here what is this a0, a1, a2, a3, a4? So these are generalized coordinates. Okay, generalized coordinates. So determined from the boundary condition. Based on this boundary condition we have determined this a0, a1, a2, a3, a4. Okay, so 1 and 2 are the boundary, so we know that 1 is fixed, 2 is fixed. Based on that we have determined this. Okay, let us continue the first case. Okay, at node 1. So at node 1 what happens? We know that, so if I draw this, so there is a load at the center. At node 1 it is fixed. Then what happens? See, as I said, we need to consider a vertical displacement V. Okay, so V will be 0. And what happens to the slope? Okay, so the deformation will be in this form, the dotted line, you can see that. So at node 1 it is fixed, even the slope will be 0. How to represent the slope? As I said, the slope will be, we are considering ratio of this edge to this, that is represented by day bar V with respect to day bar X. Okay, so that will be 0. Okay, so v0, okay, day by v by day by x 0. And what is the other term? So let me draw here clearly. So these topics are done, and here we know that x distance will be 0, and here x at the center, x is equal to L by 2 and x is equal to L. So x is also 0, so I can consider x is equal to 0. So I can state v will be 0, day by v by day by x will be 0, where these two values will be 0 at x is equal to 0. At node 1 it will be 0. So let us substitute these these values in the second equation, that is the displacement function. So that is given by v is equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3 x cube plus a4 x raised to 4. So let me substitute the values, then I will get it as, so we know this is 0, x will be 0, so complete sum will be 0 apart from a naught. So from this I was able to identify that a naught is 0. Now I need to check the differentiation. So the partial differentiation day by v by day by x, I can directly substitute this as 0. So a1 into x will be a1 plus 2a2x plus 3a3x square plus 4a4 x cube. Okay, so let me consider this as third equation. Now when I substitute all the values as, see, day by v by day by x will be 0. Okay, I will consider this as 0. A naught is already taken out, so remaining is a1 and x is 0. So what happened? I found that a1 is also equal to 0. Okay, so at node 1 these are the two identification. I hope these two are clear. Any doubts? Please answer me. Any doubts? Okay, let me continue. The second at node 2. So let me draw the same sketch here. So this is at node 1 which is fixed, and node 2 is also fixed. So at node 2 again vertical displacement will be 0, slope will be 0. Okay, where at x is equal to L. Okay, so these two value will be 0 at x is equal to L. Then what happens? So if I consider the equation, so v will be 0 and I will represent a naught plus a1 into L plus a2 into L square plus a3 into L cube plus a4 into L raised to 4. Okay, now we shall substitute the values what we have found in the previous node 1, that is a naught will be 0 and a1 will be 0. When I do so, I will be getting it as a2 L square plus a3 L cube plus a4 L raised to 4. So now I can rewrite this, that is in terms of a2 as, so a2 is equal to, I can divide L square, so then I will be getting, so I will write this complete negative a3 by L, so L cube by L square will be L plus a4 by L square. Okay, so let me assume this as equation 4. See, we also found out what is a2. See, previously we found what is a naught, a1, now we found out a2. Okay, next, now we shall substitute the values of a s. Manjunath, could you please mute Manjunath? Okay, thank you. Yes.
Sir,
Yes. We found what is A2. Okay. So next we shall substitute the value of A1 as well as A2. Okay. We get, so let me write 0 is equal to A0 will be 0, A1 will be 0. A2 we know it as, that is minus A3 A3L plus A4 L square plus A3 L cube plus A4 L to the power of 4. See, to this equation I have substituted. Then I can write this entire equation as in terms of A3. Okay, A0 is done, A1 is done, A2 is done. Now you can see that we have only A3, A4. So I will write this entire equation in terms of A3, that I will get it as A3 is equal to minus 2L A4. Okay, so this is done. Okay, A3 is equal to minus 2L A4. And we know A3 now. Okay, if I substitute the same, okay, if I substitute the same in A4, sorry, in fourth equation, so what is A2? A2 is equal to A3L plus A4L square. And now I was able to identify what is A3. Then what I will do, I will substitute the same over here. Then I will get it as the equation 4 will become, that is A2 is equal to, I need to substitute minus of A3 as minus 2L A4. Okay, 2L A4, I have already L, so let me multiply L. Okay, so that is L into L, it will become L square. So I can write it as 2A4 L square. I will write that in such a way, 2A4 L square plus A4 L square. When I do that, A2 will be A4, see, minus into minus plus, and this will be minus 2 minus 1, that will be 1, will be the answer, 1 A4 L square. So that is the new updation, that is A2 as A4 L square. Now what we will do, we shall substitute, I will write down here in the left side. So we have found A0, A1, A2, A3. Okay, see, A0 is 0. Okay, let me take the next fresh page. Yeah, see, we know what is A0, we identified as 0, comma, A1 also 0, and A2 it has been updated as A4 L square, and A3 as minus 2 A4 L. So what we do, so we shall substitute all this value in equation 2. Okay, what is that equation 2? Nothing but displacement. Displacement model, V is equal to A0 plus A1x plus A2x square plus A3 x cube plus A4 x raised to 4. See, we found this generalized coordinate based on the boundary condition. So, and we are substituting here. Then what happens? V will be, so this is 0 plus 0 plus A2 as A4 L square into x square, and A3 as minus 2 A4 x cube into L plus A4 sorry A4 as it is x raised to 4. So this will be our function, and what I will be doing, I will be writing in a simplified form by taking a4 as common. Then v is equal to let me write v is equal to a4 within bracket x raised to 4 as a first term. In descending order I will write minus 2l x cube plus l square x square. Okay, so this will be the v, and again we need the substitution of what we are substituting. If you check in here, so this term, let me highlight, we are substituting the double differentiation of day bar v by day bar x. So for that, what I will be doing here, I will be differentiating this particular term twice. So day bar v by day bar x, the first differentiation a4 as constant, this will be giving as 4x cube minus 3 to the 6 x square l plus 2x l square. And again I will be differentiating the same, that as day bar square v by day bar x square. So this term we need to substitute. That is, I will be getting it as a4 4 into 3, that is 12 x square minus again 2 into 6, that is 12 xl, and so x will be only x is there, it will be 2l square. Okay, so this I will consider as equation number 6. So we found out this day bar square v by day bar s square, and what is the remaining? So we also need to find v maximum. So as I said, v will be maximum at center, at midpoint. So what is the midpoint? At that position x will be l by 2. So we shall consider the equation. So that is this particular equation, v is equal to let me take this as 5. Okay, so let us consider this as fifth equation. If I substitute here, v max will be okay a raised to 4 l to the power of 4 by 16. Okay, very simple substitution. Here you need to substitute l by 2. So what I will get, l by 16. Here it is, sorry, l to the power of 4 by 16. Same. Here l cube by 8 multiplied by 2l, it will be l to the power of 4 by 4. Same, l to the power of 4 by 4. So when you do that, you will be getting it as a4 l raised to 4 by 16, that is v max. So now we are able to identify, we can successfully substitute the values of that is the double differentiation of day bar v by day bar x and v max. So now we shall substitute the values or the equation that we found in displacement model in potential. That will be our step number 3. What is step number 3? Substitute the displacement function in potential energy functional. So what is the potential energy? So that is the number 1 equation. So here we shall substitute the displacement model. What is that? Day bar square v by day bar x square as well as v max, that what we have identified. So when I do that, so potential energy is equal to ei by 2, 0 to L. So here in actual equation it was day bar square v by day bar x whole square. So what is that? We have found out that double differentiation as, let me write, a4 multiplied by 12x square minus 12lx plus L square whole square, okay, into dx minus P is the load applied into Vmax. Vmax we found that as A4 L to the power of 4 16. Now I hope you know the formula of A plus B plus C whole square, that as A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. So use this formula and expand this particular function, that is 12x square minus 12lx plus, so you consider this as A, B as minus 12lx and C as 2l square. And after expanding, okay, I will be getting it as, let me write down that is potential energy is equal to A4 square, that as a common I will take it outside, A4 square multiplied by EI by 2 integration 0 to L, okay, I will be getting it as 144 x to the power of 4. So what is A square? A I considered as 12x square. So 12 square will be 144, x square of square will be x raised to 4, followed with, okay, I will be getting as 144 L square x square. So that is B term, okay. What I have considered B as minus 12lx. So minus 12lx whole square will be plus 144 L square x square, followed with the C term 2L square, that as 2 square will be 4, L square will be L raised to 4, followed with 2AB, 2BC plus 2CA. So that will be minus 288 Lx cube and minus 48 L cube x plus 48 L square x square into dx minus P A to the A4 L raised to 4 by 16. Okay, so this will be the function, and now we need to integrate 0 to L, so with respect to x, so x raised to 4 will be x raised to 5 by 5, x raised to 5 divided by 5. When I substitute L raised to 5 by 5. So let me write the same. Yeah. Just a minute. Okay, this will be the function, and I need to apply the integration. Okay, then potential energy is equal to A to the power of 4 square EI by 2. Okay, when I do that, this will be 144 L raised to 5 by 5 plus here 144, this is L square, and here it will be L cube by 3, that I can write it as L raised to 5 by 3 plus 4 L to the power of 4. So I need to multiply, dx will be x, that will be L. So 4 L raised to 5. Okay. In the same way, here minus 288. So this will be L to the power of 4 by 4. So that will be L raised to 5 by 4 minus 48. This will be L square by 2. So again L raised to 5 by 2 plus 48 L cube by 3, that is L raised to 5 by 3 minus P into A4 L raised to 4 by 16. So this will be within bracket, okay. Yes. And finally, if I simplify this, okay, by taking LCM, and I can take L raised to 5 as a common outside, okay. So the remaining, the final equation will be, so that I will leave it to you to further simplification. I don't think that require an explanation. So that final potential energy functional is equal to 48 EI, okay, by L raised to 5 by 120, okay, multiplied by A4 square minus PL to the power of 4 by 16 A4, okay. So let me consider this as 7. I hope this potential energy functional is clear. Now what we need to do in Rayleigh-Ritz method, the next fourth step is to minimize the potential energy functional, with respect to the generalized coordinate. So in the previous case, we have the generalized coordinate that has A4 that you can see here. So general equation will be partial differentiation of potential energy with respect to AI, that will be 0. Here we have only A4, so that I can write it as partial differentiation of phi with respect to A4, that I will be getting it as, so this A4, I can consider this entire term as constant, so this will be 2A4, so I can multiply the same. So the final equation that I will be getting it as, okay. So let me write down that 48 EI L raised to 5. So 2A4, what will happen? This will become 60 into A4 minus PL to the power of 4 by 16 A4. And I can substitute this as a 0, and I will be getting A4 as PL to the power of 4 by 16 into 60 48 EI L raised to 5. And in simplified form, I can write this as 5 by 64 P E I L, okay. And if I substitute this in equation, like in V equation, so I will be getting it as okay. We know that deflection at any point, that is given by V, and that particular equation is nothing but A4 multiplied by A4 into x raised to 4 minus 2L x cube plus L square x square. So this is the equation. So if I substitute the value of A4 here, so I will be getting it as 5 by 64, okay, 5 by 64 into P by EIL into the x raised to 4 minus 2L x cube plus L square x square. Then finally, so this is deflection at any point. If I consider deflection at L by 2, so then I will be considering at midpoint. At midpoint, what happens? You need to substitute x as L by 2. Then the final equation will be V is equal to 5 divided by 1024 P PL cube by EI. Okay, you need to substitute x as L by 2. So kindly cross check this final which I have written. So this is the deflection at midpoint. So this is complete solution for a given beam. At the center there is a point load P. Okay, so let me stop here.